Today in SERDNA Talks, we're going to talk about some of the closing costs that you will face when selling your property, just to give you an idea of what you're getting into. Transfer fees are meant to cover the costs associated with preparing documents, handing out condo association or HOA or homeowners association rules to the new property owner, dealing with property inspection records, changing names in the homeowner databases, and other administrative costs. Closing costs are different for every property owner due to local tax laws and many other things, but on average, if the property was sold at, let's say, $500,000, then expect to pay approximately $50,000 just on closing costs. Or to give you more wiggle room, closing costs could be somewhere between 5 to 10%. And in order to have a better idea, and in order to avoid any last minute surprises, please talk to your title company and to your lender. They will give you the exact number. One of the closing costs that you need to keep in mind is the real estate commission, which on average is between 5 to 10%, depending on the type of property. And some realtors will only charge you 1%. It really depends on who you are working with. If you have your own attorney representing you when your home is sold, you will have to consider attorney fees as part of your closing cost, even if you're not required to hire an attorney in the state where your home is. You may want to do so, especially if you're dealing with complex transactions such as distressed properties or inherited real estate. Selling a home is super easy. All you have to do is post a for sale sign on your yard and the buyer will come immediately. At least that's what most property owners think it involves. Real estate commission is usually the biggest fee a seller pays, but there is a higher risk if you choose to sell it by yourself. Selling a property is not rocket science, but it can get very complicated since you're dealing with humans. You're dealing with attorneys. You're dealing with banks, title companies, inspectors, etc. It's just like going to court. Would you go by yourself? Or would you hire the best attorney you could afford? Having a professional by your side who will guide you through every step is very helpful. The same applies to real estate. Your realtor will make sure you get the most profit from the sale of your biggest investment. Commissions on real estate vary from market to market and from realtor to realtor, and it is 100% negotiable. Just make sure that you're working with a realtor that you feel comfortable working with. One more fee that you need to keep in mind when you sell your home is title insurance. Title insurance basically protects the new owner and the lender in case there are issues with your home's title. Let me give you an example. Let's say that your cousin died and he left all his 250 properties under your name, but your neighbor is claiming ownership of those. Or he was doing some remodeling and his contractor put a lien on his property. So by paying this one-time fee, you will have peace of mind, and that means a lot. Another fee is the title fee or government transfer tax, which is the tax amount that you will pay when the title for the property transfers from you to the buyer at the time of closing. The tax amount is determined by state laws, which means the cost varies a lot. Another fee is the escrow fee, which includes recording of the closing documents and the deed. If you are living in a neighborhood with a homeowners association or HOA, there might be transfer fees to pay on top of all the closing costs that I already mentioned. There are many fees that can occur when a property is being transferred from one owner to the next. If you have questions, remember to subscribe to SERDNA Talks and to share all my videos with your friends and family. I have to go. See you soon. Ciao.